And we are live. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Conversations with Shawna Show. Thank you for those of you who are joining me live. Say hi so I can say hi back. And for those of you catching this on the replay, say hi then as well. Give me a hashtag replay so I can say hi to you later and Andrew can say hi to you later. And if we have not met yet, hi there. I'm Shawna Roche. I am a mindset and success coach, founder of the Aligned Selling Method. So, welcome. And today's guest interview, we have Andrew. Oh my God, I'm not even going to try and say your last name. I'll let you say it because I'm like, I will butcher it. The Vagabond Coach. So, welcome, Andrew. And how do you say your last name?
Oh my gosh! I mean, the best answer is you make a bunch of gibberish and end it with ski, as all my teachers did. They'd be like, Andrew ski, and I'd be like, yeah, that's me, the Polish boy, that's me. So it's Szczecinski in English, and in Polish it's Szczecinski, and I guarantee I'm saying it wrong because as many Polish people have reminded me, I don't speak Polish as much as I try. Apparently, I can't do it. So there you go.
I love it. Szczecinski. Okay, there you go. I can handle that. I can handle that one.
Mm.
Oh my God. Cheers. And then I'm going to introduce you. So
All right,
cheers.
cheers to you. Come by.
My fellow wine, I was going to say wino.
I'm fine with that label.
We are going to get together in person and do this.
Exactly. Wine Wednesday. I'm in. Let's do it.
Exactly. Yes. So, Andrew has led quite an interesting adventure. From being a professional MMA fighter in Japan to coaching at a weight loss camp in Thailand, and even recently climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew's passion for life and people has shaped his profession. A body transformation coach, Andrew runs his own business called, I love this, Routinely Happy Coaching. I'm like, yes. A practice that has helped countless men and women burn fat and build muscle. He joins us today to further help and guide any and all who need a little push in that right direction of health and happiness. So I ask you all to give me hands up or give me some emojis. Welcoming Andrew to the show today. I'm so excited you are here today. We'll be talking about the most optimal fat burning and muscle building practices presented in a baby step beginner friendly formula. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. But before we dive into the questions, I want to tell everybody how we met.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so apparently this is the story I've been giving people. So I met Shawna in a breakout room at Jack Canfield's Breakthrough to Success seminar that I was lucky enough to steal my way into. I didn't have to, I know a friend who's on the support staff, so she invited me along. I got in for free. And I go into these breakthrough rooms, and it's the same thing for me. I'm sitting there just listening to all these successful people want to make more money, want to be more successful or more fit. I'm just sitting there being like, you are all like amazing to me. I'm just sitting in the background like, hey, I got nice chest. Isn't this great, guys? Like, that's all I had to offer. And all of a sudden, walks in this radiance and this dazzling woman that has the greatest polar bear picture behind her. As you can see, she hasn't moved her background, thin background, and steals the show. Absolutely holds court, sings for her soup. She's sitting there just talking about like, well, this is what I want to do for my business. Let's see. And just unrolls a scroll of all the successes that she has had in her life. And the entire room are just sitting there like, all right, so where's the problem? Where is the thing you need to improve? And at the end, she's just like, so I just want to reach more people. We're like, that's it? That's all you have? You have like 9 championship belts in life. And what you're going to end on is just like, I just want to reach more people. So that's how we met. And I've been annoying her ever since. I text her consistently. Are you up? What are you watching? All that other stuff. Trust me.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. And for me, it was so funny because before we were even in the breakout room, they asked a question and you were like waving your paddle and then Jack and Patty called you up to talk to the whole group. I think there was like 500 of us or something.
Yeah.
And you started talking, and from the moment you started talking, I was like, "Oh my God, I love this guy's energy! Like this is happening, man!" And so I was listening to you, and I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's amazing!" And my girlfriend was there with me at the event at her house, and so we're texting. She's like, "This guy's really cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got to interview him." And so I was actually so honored that I got to be in a breakout room with you, because we were in that breakout room for, oh my goodness, probably like 25 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And so we were talking and everything. I was like, okay, we got to do this. I got to introduce you to my world and everybody, because I'm blown away by your story as well.
Nonsense. My story has just been me doing things like this. Like, how did you get to see Jack Canfield live? I got in for free. I know people. That is the analogy of my life. I know this person. I got to do something cool. Isn't that fun? So, but I will say this, that genuinely, and I mean this without patron, the honor is all mine. I never imagined I'd be in front of so many wonderful people being able to speak on something that I'm very passionate about. I appreciate the opportunity. So I will toast to you. Nostrovia. Yeah. That's the only Polish I know. It's the toasting.
There you go. Cheers.
So,
all right. In the comments, I don't know if my comments will be working for my anyway. So we're streaming here to my personal page, my business page, and my Facebook group. I'm not sure what comments are going to show up, but I can see we have Colleen Bruce with us, my girlfriend that was at the event with me. So hi, Colleen.
Hey, Colleen.
She's a big fan of Andrew's too. So this is awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So Andrew, I have some questions for you. So let's dive in. So you're an MMA fighter.
Yes.
Why did you start doing body transformation coaching? And also, how do athletes and actors drop weight so fast for an event or a movie?
I actually love that question, the actors one especially, and because there's so many people that I have, clients especially, that are just like, I want to look like The Rock, and I'm like, you're not going. The Rock is the sexiest man alive. You can't accomplish that. But I will tell you this right now. So the story of how I became a body transformation coach is actually very simple. I was a professional MMA fighter in Japan. Gosh, the last time I fought was 2014, and it was simply because I've been doing martial arts my entire life. It's kind of like a religion of mine. Like, I follow it. I will continue to follow it till I die. Believe in all the virtues and all the things it espouses of trying to be kind and better yourself. And I try to bring that into my teaching. So what happened was I became like a wanderer, if you will, which is common nowadays, I think, after college. I mean, when you have a background in philosophy as your degree, I don't know what else you do besides be a teacher or just wander and try to think you're smart, which I'm not. So I would wander, and then what ended up happening was I went to Japan, had coached martial arts since I was around 18. At the time, I was like 27, 28. And I really wanted to test myself to see if I was as good as I hopefully thought I was. And I was petrified. I still am scared. Anytime I see a UFC event or something, I just remember flashbacks of me being just scared to get in there. But what ended up happening was I finally was like, all right, we're not gonna know if we don't try to see if how I stack up against people that are really as hardcore and trained as I am, training twice a day and whatnot. So what happened was I was about 183 pounds. And I made pro. I fought 5 times. And finally afterwards, I was like, okay, I think I can go professional. But I wanted to fight at 155 pounds. So I had to drop 30 pounds or 32, 33 pounds to hit this tournament. And trust me, this will attach to the actor's question. So I had to lose 33 pounds in 3 months, which I did with the help of very close friends who were professional coaches when it comes to nutrition, athletics. I'm very close to a friend of my older brothers who basically is like my older brother. He coaches people with professionals that were in the NFL and whatnot. So I got all this great information, and their style of coaching was so direct and so about like optimizing whatever you're doing for whatever pursuit it would be. And I know that sounds like kind of gibberish. Let me break it down. So for example, I'd be like, okay, I'm running 5 miles because I got to lose this weight. And my friend would just be like, why are you running? I'm like, because I have to lose this weight. He goes, do you run in your sport? I'm like, no, not really. And he's just like, do you spar in your sport? I go, yeah, we punt. He goes, do that more. You'll lose more calories anyway. Like if you actually look on like why people do cardio kickboxing, they burn a lot of calories. So I was just like, that's that's right to the point on how to think. And so that really influenced me on coaching. I fell in love with it, about that sort of, it wasn't about martial arts to me this time. Now it was about, I'm cutting weight. I want to do it the healthy way. I want to make sure I'm drinking a lot more water. I end up making the weight. I end up winning the tournament. And then it was proven to me that, wow, like I can actually do this. This is amazing. And it was wonderful. And I was on like YouTube, and when UFC Fight Pass bought like rights to see things, I could actually watch myself on the stuff, and I was just amazed by it. I was like, I can't believe this actually happened. It was like something I had been visualizing and doing hypnotherapy for. I wanted to see how my body and my mind would attach in my own fantasy about actually projecting it out into real life, and it did. And then I ended up getting hired to go to Thailand to teach grappling to tourists and people that were trying to lose weight, because you sweat a lot when you wrestle, it would seem. So I started coaching tourists on grappling as well as functional, circuits and whatnot. And that is where I will cut into how The Rock and how other actors and actresses and entertainers lose so much weight. And I'll give you a perfect example. So Mark Wahlberg, when he was doing certain movies, I think No Pain, No Gain, or Pain and Gain, something like that, he went 5 to 6 months with just eating things like chicken, rice, broccoli, working out 5 hours a day. And he was just talking about how miserable The Rock and him were on that. Natalie Portman, when she was becoming the Black Swan, I think her exact words were, it was the carrot and almond diet. So she's sitting there just working so hard and eating such an amount, like a low amount of calories and not that many carbs. She literally said, she goes, some nights I felt like I was going to die, something I definitely could have related to as a fighter when you're sitting there having to dehydrate yourself to get on this scale and make this weight. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because when I coach people, the clients I meet, when they come to me with this stuff, I go, that's wonderful that you have an image in front of you. That's wonderful that you have a goal, something that you can manifest. I want to be this big. I want to look this thin. I want to be this fit. But here's the thing. Those people that do that, they're trying to fit a role. They're trying to be perfect enough to represent this fantastical creature or this fictional character in this movie. And so a lot of times they have professional chefs, they have people there with them at all time, monitoring their macros, their micros, their calorie count, telling them when to work out. Do you have any of that? Do you really want any of that? And more importantly, the reason why I call it routinely happy coaching is, do you want to be that miserable for 6 months? None of these actors or actresses liked doing that. They had to do it for a character because they're getting paid millions of dollars. So for me, I would tell you immediately, the formula is simple, okay? Okay, more calories burned, the more calories you're taking in. That's fine. But then why aren't we all thin? Why aren't we all walking around like The Rock? I don't know why I keep bringing The Rock up. I just think he's a great guy, I'm sure. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Is because we actually have a life. We have kids. We have wives and husbands and more importantly, friends that win our lives and drag us to bars sometimes. So we can't simply be that strict with everything we do. So I'm telling you this right now is that the best way for you to lose weight or gain muscle is make a lifestyle, something that you're dedicated to, that you're passionate about, but more importantly, something that you're going to stick to consistently and still have the chocolate and still have the wine, Shawna. You know what I mean? That is what I try to give my clients, is a perspective of, hey, you can look however you want to look. I think that's wonderful. If you have that image, please chase after it. That God sent. That's great. Godspeed. But for me, if you were trying to grasp that goal, the best way to go about it is to enjoy your life while doing it. And that's what I try to do.
I love it. There's like so much information in there.
I know it was a long-winded answer. I'm sorry.
But I love it. I love it because it's so true, because that's how come everybody's like the yo-yo thing up and down, right? Because you start something, it's like, I can't freaking, like, I started a workout routine 4 weeks ago. And it's like, and it's dedication every day, but I do allow myself, like I said, the one cheat day. Right. So it's like a week where it's like, I don't eat, I don't work out, everything, but I have to do that consistently. And it's hard to get back into the routine. But I find once you get going in the routine, it's like, it's exciting. Now it's like, okay, I want to do it. Right. But it's getting started.
Dopamine fires, everything starts coming. The synapses for, oh my gosh, I love this feeling again. And it's going, you like doing it. I got to ask, have you ever been a victim of a yo-yo diet, Shawna?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know who hasn't, especially when you're trying to lose. I got, like, when I did paleo, which I think is an amazing diet, whatever, but I was telling people, I'm like, yeah, I felt amazing doing it. I felt clean the entire time. I've been having just dreams of ice cream. It's not normal. It's not a weird, it's a weird thing to drink about. Usually it's whatever people did. For me, it's ice cream. I need to get off this. So I get you.
I love it. I love it. So what mistakes are most people making in their routines that are sabotaging their weight loss or muscle goals?
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different simply because for me, when I'm talking to my clients, a lot of the time what I find out, and most of my clients, believe it or not, are, I would say moms and dads that have kids or housewives, house husbands that don't move around a lot. So let me tell you just a couple things that like three off the top of my head. One is they believe in the failures of yesteryear. Meaning that, like you said, like, oh God, I've definitely yo-yo. How many times have you tried to restart? How many times have you tried to do something that you're like, no, but it's this time I'm going to go, and then it fails. And you believe, you consistently allow yourself to believe that the person that you were yesteryear or last week or yesterday is the same. It's not. We're always changing. And we can always change for the better. But the thing that you have to do is you have to allow yourself to believe in yourself, to believe, more importantly, that the goal that you have made for yourself is not only attainable, is not only worthy of you, but you're already that person. You just got to do the steps it takes to get there. That's what you deserve. That's your potential. And you have it for a reason. You're supposed to embrace it. That's what makes this life so awesome, right? So I would say a thing that I've noticed emotionally about a lot of my clients is they carry around all this baggage of what their mother used to tell them, or what their friends think of them, or what they think of themselves, because this amalgamation of all they've been taught, all they've seen themselves fail, right? So I always thought, like, you gotta let that go. I know it's hard. This is the hardest thing for you to do, but you need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I know what I tell myself. I know what my head has been screaming at me, that I'm a failure, that I'm an idiot, that I'm fat, that I don't have hair like Tom Hardy. Okay, like whatever it may be, you have to allow yourself to be at peace with it and love yourself anyway. So the biggest mistake I always tell people is like, whatever you want, you're worthy of it. You got to love yourself in the process because you're about to love life. But before you can get to that point, you got to love yourself. And that means forgiving yourself sometimes. The second thing is this, if we're going to be more practical, my God, please stock your fridge. What the hell is the matter with people? I love it when I'm around people like, I don't know what I have to eat tonight. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I have like ribeyes, New York strip steak. I have just a gigantic bunker of food. I go to Whole Foods and I just buy all this shit and bring it home and stack my fridge with it. Why? Because there is nothing worse to me than being hungry in my feasting window. You know, I go from 8 to 16. I personally intermittent fast. I'm doing it for like 6 years. But in my eating window, if I don't have something in the fridge with my name on it, I get hangry. And hangry Andrew trust me, it's not anything like scary. It's just really obnoxious and annoying. It's just me being like, oh God, I'm so hungry and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. I always tell people one of the worst mistakes we make is you come home, you're hungry, you haven't eaten all day, and you just worked out. Or worse, you were at work and you were chasing around your kids and you're just exhausted and you want some energy. You're going to go for those simple carbs. You're going to go for the ice cream. Why? Because it's there. It's there. It's easy in the microwave. But if you have a stocked fridge of healthy snacks, of healthy food, of your macros, your proteins, your fats, your carbs, your complex carbs, not your simple carbs, if you have those things at your disposal, oh my gosh, it's so much easier. It is so much easier to get healthy and fit if you're just like, oh, I have this stuff right here. I can just pop it in the microwave. I already made it. Chicken breast in a crock pot. Like Coach Andrew said, because he's a great chef and he makes a mean egg omelet. So that's the second thing. The third thing I would tell you is this. One of the most common mistakes that I always find is that they're so ready to go. They're ready to take on the world. They got all the enthusiasm. This time's going to be different. I'm in love with myself. I'm a sexy beast. Bring that shit all day. I love that. Bring that to Papa. I'm in. But here's the problem. They come with me and they're like, all right, I've had a Frappuccino 6 days of the week, but don't worry. I'm going to run 5 miles every day. I'm going to wake up at 4:30 like Jocko Willing. Shout out to Jocko. That guy's amazing. But I wake up in the morning at 4:30 every day, and I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to push all these friends group away because they've always been negative to me. No, you're not. Not going to do any of those things. You're going to say you're going to do those things and get psyched up about that, but the problem is that's too much. You're doing too much. Too much. So what you want to do is this. You want to take what, and then you said in the intro, baby steps. There's a reason. And here's the reason. Here's my formula. Simplicity. We all listening? simplicity plus consistency equals results. If you can do something simple, you don't have to think about it, right? That's why you hire a coach usually. You don't have to think about it. It's right in front of you. You have everything prepared. You can be consistent with it. You will get results. So I don't want you to run 5 miles every day. What I want you to do, you've never run before in your life. It'll probably hurt your knees. What I want you to do is go for a walk every other day. Try to hit 8,000 steps. That'd be nice. Okay. Frappuccinos, don't cut them all off. That shit's delicious. I get it. It's fine. So why don't you just have it twice a week instead of 6 times a week? Already that's a caloric, you're cutting that away, and more importantly, you're cutting out sugar. Okay, if you're taking 6 and now making it 2, that's 4 frappuccinos you haven't had. That's 4 delicious caramel frappuccinos that are now being deprived from you. That's so much sugar. So like I tell people all the time, these are little itty bitty steps, and I know they don't sound like a lot. No, but I wanted to run 5 miles. I wanted to wake up at 4:30. Cool. What time do you wake up usually? 9:30? All right, let's try for 9. How about that? Maybe next month we'll go for 8:45. I don't know. But the point is, they get so enthusiastic about losing the weight and gaining the muscle or whatever it may be, and they make these goals for themselves. I'm just staring at like, bro, I don't even do this. Like, what are you doing? This sounds miserable. What do you mean no tiramisu after pasta? What are you talking about? Of course tiramisu. So like I say these things to people, and then they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. I'm actually doing it. It's been 2 months now. I have all this momentum, and I'm like, okay, cool. Have you been walking? Sweet. Let's try to get you to do a half a mile this time. And then all of a sudden that half a mile, like, no, like my knees feel good. I'm going to run a mile, and I can't stop them because I don't have the power, because usually I'm not in front of them. And I don't want to stop them. And then they'll be like, I don't even like Frappuccinos anymore. And I'll be like, don't lie to me. Frappuccinos are delicious. Don't lie to your coach. You love Frappuccinos. But maybe you can knock it down to 1 a week. I don't know. My main point is this. So those are the 3 that I can talk about. But my main point is this. Like, love yourself, 100% love yourself. Stock your fridge. And then if you're just getting into it, take it by baby steps. You don't gotta sprint. Say sprint goes a marathon. Go as slow as you need, but just be consistent. All right. And if you can do that, you're going to see results. If you can just change 2 or 3 things, simple things, you're going to see results.
Yeah. You know what? That so much makes sense. Because even from like you said, coaching and a mindset coach, like if you try to change, like even for me, when I talk to people about habits and goals, if you try to do too much at once, none of it's going to happen. So I love that you say that it is the simple baby steps, because I have worked with trainers before where it's like they tell you, they give you a lot of stuff that's so overwhelming, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'll go do the frappuccino and
No, I totally get it. In fact, this isn't a plug. This might be a shameless plug, but it's not. On my Instagram, I just started something that I call bedroom bedrock. Like the bedrock of all workouts is I work out in my bedroom. That's my part of my morning routine. So now I'm showing people. It's literally like 15 to 20 minutes. It's body weight or kettlebell stuff that you could easily tailor for yourself. And the reason why I give it is, like I said in the after this one video that I'm putting out today, or excuse me, tomorrow, is that you're worth it. You're worth investing 20 to 15 minutes in yourself. There's no excuse. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to do it. The willpower is gone. Just get out of bed, brush your teeth, get some coffee, have some lemon water. Hopefully that stuff's awesome. Get back in here and just do a very light workout. And if you've never worked out any days of the week, you would not believe how much momentum you get just from doing the dopamine that fires, the serotonin that fires, the endorphins you feel afterwards. Neurologically, you're changing your brain pattern to be a more pleasant, more happier person during the day. I certainly know I love Muay Thai. I love Jiu-Jitsu. I know when I'm done kicking pads, if somebody flicks me off in the middle of the road, I'm like, I love you. I just don't have it in me anymore to be angry. I just got it out. It's fine. So.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. So what is the best diet for weight loss? How about gaining muscle or both?
Oh, how about both? Okay, so great question. Oh, Shawna, great question. I'll tell you exactly right now. So I'm going to give you a story, and then I'm going to give you the answer. Here's the story. A Mediterranean versus low carb versus low fat diet. They had 100 participants in each category, follow these things. And it got down that after about a month to 2 months, they all lost weight, and it was great. Some lost more than others, but it was great. Both basically is because they fixed their diets, into a healthier mindset, whatever. They got results. But later, like years later, the Mediterranean diet was the one that succeeded. The low carb, the low fat, everybody fell off, or they weren't losing that much fat anymore, whereupon the Mediterranean was. So am I saying the Mediterranean diet? No, I'm not saying that at all. In fact, that's not the answer, because the answer is this: the best diet is the one that you actually follow. And you shouldn't follow a diet, you should follow a lifestyle. Why? A diet is for something that ends. So if you have a competition at work, okay, or you got to make fight weight, like I help fighters cut weight sometimes. Yeah, we have a competition, so we have a diet. It's pretty strict. But what I want, the best diet, is something that you can stick to. Now, if you want to get more scientific into it, we can talk about like blue zone diets and whatnot. And that is the study of people all over the world that usually has the largest population of, I think they're called centenarians, that hit 100. And things that they always talk about is that it's mostly plant-based. No, that's not vegetarian. I'm saying it's mostly plant-based, as in they have some fish, they have some meat, but they have a lot of micronutrients, which is from their plants. They definitely have some wine, some alcohol in there, and that's social, right? But it's a lot more about moving around. And so I wanted to make sure I brought this up, especially with the diet, okay? You can easily, the three like pillars of my work is in this order: nutrition, sleep, and then fitness. All three are important, just like the body, the mind, the heart, so like the physical, the mental, the emotional, or the soul, if you want to include that, that's fine too. But what it is, I certainly do. What it is this: all three of them are linked. So if you're eating clean, yeah, you'll definitely lose weight, and that's wonderful. But we're human beings. We evolved from wandering nomadic tribes. We're not supposed to be sitting here on our computers giving interviews for 9 hours a day. We're not supposed to. I think Tony Robbins said it the best. He's like, you wake up in your box bed, you get in your box car, you have your box breakfast, you go to sit in a box in front of a box, and then you come home in your box car and turn on the TV box, and then you go, like, it's just so much stagnant. Nobody's doing anything. So for me, the physical, along with the diet, if you're eating clean, you're going to want to move around. It's better for you. And then when you're doing all of that, when you're getting your fitness and you're getting your nutrition, guess what comes easy? Sleep. And is there anything more sacred and wonderful than actually getting quality sleep, actually hitting the deep sleep cycle where you're getting your REM? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful because your body repairs itself, and all that soreness that you think is because you worked out wrong, or you're not getting enough protein, or you're doing the keto diet wrong, or whatever. It's just because, girl, you're not getting enough sleep. You just need to be able to sit down with an evening routine, do some meditation, do some breath work, relax a little bit, shut off the Netflix. I'm telling you, just for an hour before you go to bed. And just enjoy yourself. Enjoy sleeping. Oh my gosh, I love sleep. I love kicking people out of my room. It's fantastic. I love literally slamming doors. Be like, I gotta go to sleep. And then for an hour to an hour and a half, I can just sit here and pretend that I did something today.
Oh my God, that is so powerful. And I'm glad you brought that up, because for me, I had ongoing sleep stuff for years and years and years. And even this week's been a really good week. Like ever since the weekend, I've actually slept really good. But the week before, because I had monkey brain going on, I would literally be up. My husband gets up at 5:30 in the morning and then leaves at 6 for work. So he'd be going to work and I'd be like, hey, good night, I'm going to bed. And I would literally sleep from like 6 to 9.
Yeah.
I'd get like 3 hours sleep, and I'd get up and I would do my stuff, and I would do the like sitting here doing interviews, and people would have no clue, and they're like, how do you function on that?
Yeah.
And like, because I've been doing it for so long that I was getting, and so I've tried different sleep things, but lately I have exactly that. I'm shut the TV down at 9:30 the latest. And I start an evening routine of washing my face, because I got in the bad habit of not washing my makeup off.
Hey, me too. My eyeliner's still on. I still got it in there. It's fine.
Exactly. So now I go to bed, and I found out part of with me, what works best for me, is nighttime meditation.
Ooh.
So now I'll do the nighttime meditation before I go to bed. And then I'll also bring in EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, because there's ones, I have the app for, oh my God, what's called the Tapping Solutions, Nick Ortman. So I have the app, and they have nighttime tapping. So I do nighttime tapping for your sleep, and it calms that monkey brain down. And then I go through all my gratitude, my affirmations. So now I have this whole routine. So by the time I go to lay down, it's like I'm feeling good. My body's feeling relaxed. My mind has calmed down. And I've just been actually really putting that practice in regular, consistently. And
Oh my gosh.
it's been good. It's really starting to, like, things are starting to roll, and I'm having sleep. And then I'm talking to, like, even my girlfriend Colleen, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're on fire." And I'm like, "I'm sleeping."
I mean, that celebration though. How real is that celebration when you actually can wake up and you're like, oh my God, I feel energized. I think a common thing I get from clients is always like, I'm hydrated. And so for them, they're like, I just feel like I feel way more energy. Why? I'm like, well, it's probably because you're drinking enough water. Like 70% of Americans don't get enough water. You're hydrated. That's what, or they actually get sleep. And I can't tell you how good it feels to operate, to work out, to have the willpower. There's no resistance really because you're willing. The cortisol levels are so low because you're getting enough sleep, or you're meditating. God bless you. That's amazing. Good for you. That's fantastic. Good for you.
It's coming together, Andrew. And I have to say, I do drink. I have 32-ounce bottles of water. I do drink 3 of these a day. And I've done.
Drink. That's not vodka. Don't lie to me. That's not vodka.
No, it's all water.
Oh, okay.
I've always been a big water drinker. So that's one thing I've always, it's like 1 cup of coffee is that's it. 3 bottles of water, sometimes more, because when I work out, I'll drink a bottle then. And then, and then I like my wine. So it's like water and wine.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's the sacred joining, the marriage.
And I drink a ton of water with my wine.
Shawna, I have to ask, do you have a morning routine or something, a ritual that you follow that you enjoy?
Well, my morning routine.
Go on.
Before I get out of bed, the first thing when I open my eyes, I always say, thank you, God, for the gift of life. That's first thing what I say every morning. And then I give myself a big hug and I say, Shawna, I love you. I'm so proud of you, girl. And so then I go through my, like with the Jack Canfield training, I go through my affirmations, my goals. I do that every morning, my visualization before I even get out of bed.
Oh my gosh.
Because otherwise life gets in the way.
Yeah.
So I do it right then. And then as soon as I get up, I play with the dogs. And then we have this game because I have 2 Shelties, and trying to make the bed, because I'm one of those with, 100 pillows because I love them.
Yeah.
So it's literally a freaking gong show trying to make the bed because the dogs are jumping around with the pillows because it's a game.
So it's getting your heart rate going. You got to get the dogs off and the dogs come back on and get them all.
Exactly. So then we play that, and then it's pretty funny. And then I love to dance, so I play music, and then I do little dance-offs with my dogs in the morning.
You're the absolute best. That's awesome. What kind of music, though?
I just play everything. It's like whatever comes up. It could be country, it could be rock, it could be. I love Pitbull. Pitbull will come up.
Dolly, I'm in Florida right now. Bring Pitbull all day. That's great.
So it's like, or whatever, like Bon Jovi. I love Bon Jovi. So it's like whatever comes up on my playlist. So I just kind of do that in the morning. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
And you find if I don't have fun first thing in the morning, then it kind of sets my day off. And I used to do that because for years of my career, I was in a toxic environment for a while. So I would do that every morning just to get myself up. So when I would walk into the branch, I'd be like, got this.
Oh my God. And how awesome does it feel that one, you don't have to deal with that stress and that toxicity that you were talking about that would corrupt the way you would usually feel in the day. Now that's out of there and you're still doing the same gratitude practice as well as dancing around, probably like a gosh damn queen. I like that. And then more importantly, you're wrestling with your dog. Is there any dogs, plural? Is there anything better? Anything better? No. I was hoping though, when you said they jump on the bear, I was hoping you had pet polar bears because you always have polar bears behind you. I got real excited.
No.
Well, thank you for sharing. Trust me, I know this is your show and you're interviewing. I love listening to people. I had so many questions for you, and this whole thing was insidious. I'm trying to leech information from you without you knowing about it, so I can be successful.
There you go. You can pick my brain anytime. So Colleen's saying here, okay, there's a few people. Linda was saying, yep, love yourself first. Thank you. You have to eat to lose weight. Yes. Colleen's like water and wine. Oh yeah, girlfriend.
There you go.
Linda's like, I hula hooped a Pitbull. I love it. Oh my God. I love Pitbull so much. And one of my coworkers, because I don't know, for people who don't know, I worked in a male dominated industry for 25 years.
Right.
And my one partner, he's team member, right?
Okay.
He was a sales. I was residential sales. He was commercial sales, equipment. And so I always called him a little pit bull because he was I'm 5'4". He is like the same height as me, but his energy and everything. And he'd be like, he'd go in for the sale and he'd get it. Like he'd knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, you're like a pit bull. So that became our joke of pit bull. And I'd walk in the morning and I'd always be like so excited, dressed to the nines, high heel boots. And I'm in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, right? And I come walking in, the nails, and I'd be like, oh yeah, today's gonna be a great day. We're rocking it. And he's like, what's shaking? I'd be like, everything.
Clearly bringing something of positivity into the workforce.
Exactly.
Excellent job. No, and I think that's great because it definitely sets up something that I really enjoy about, and you see it in successful people all the time, and I'm going to include you in that without that they no matter what situation they're putting in, no matter what circumstances, they either have two reactions. One, if negativity comes their way, they greet it with positivity and this idea of like, this isn't going to wreck me. This is amazing. I said, or I'll spin it. I'll sublimate it. I was talking about sublimating things to make it something that can actually be beneficial to my growth. Let me help you with that. Awesome. Or you have the more stoicism, like a Roman philosophy that I love, or the appeal of just like, your negativity is not going to shatter this wall of love and confidence I have in myself. I don't have to make a big, I don't have to hate you for it. I don't have to be angry about you. I can just be like, sorry you feel that way. I'm going to move on and have this sale, and then I'm going to go and have some bubbly in the lunchroom. Dill, I'll see you around. And you go from there.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Can you tell us about your morning and evening routine?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So let's see. Morning routine. Now, remember, my morning routine is for me. I made it for me. So I have plenty of people that I know that are much more successful than me that have wonderful morning routines. So this is just me. Okay. So what I do is I get out of bed in a very cold room and I have a bunch of fur covers on me because I grew up with fur covers in pajama, which is like a giant comforter on top of me. So I love cold rooms. I'll wake up and I'll throw the covers off. And the moment my feet hit the ground, I immediately lower my head and I do my own little thing with God. That's just me. I'll talk to him, talk to the G-man, and go back and forth. And I just basically am like, I'm going to go forward today. I'm going to do a lot of great things. Hopefully I bring light and love to the world through strength and honor and virtue and whatever I can do. And then I go forward because I was obsessed with knights growing up. I wanted to be King Arthur. I'm not joking with you. My mom basically knighted me with a spoon when I was a child. Anyway, so I get up. I immediately go get lemon water. I have 2 bottles of water. Throughout the entire day, I have 12 bottles of water. Here's the reason why. Trust me, that's too much water. Here's the reason why is because I train twice a day, so I sweat a lot. So I have to rehydrate. So it's not uncommon for athletes to have that much. So I have 2 bottles of lemon water. Why lemon water? Is because it alkalizes your bloodstream, gives you a lot of vitamin C. I don't like being sick. I don't know who does. So I have that. The moment I'm done with that, I go, I sit down, I start stretching myself a little bit. The bed is made. I have made the bed, which is something my Polish father would rejoice. It took me 25 years to get into a habit of making my bed. And after that, I basically will sit there and just have a moment where I'm done making my bed. Like, all right, what do I need to do today? I look over my journal, I look over my list, and then boom, I'm out the door. The first thing I have to do is be active. So I have a 20-minute walk where I'm outside in nature. Either I'm listening to a podcast I enjoy or I'm listening to the birds squawk at me. Okay, I don't say sing because I don't know what's the deal with Florida, but there's tons of ravens. They always try to talk to me. So I'm making laps around. I love walking. Walking is huge. I try to get 10,000 to 15,000 steps in a day. I come back home. I get back home, walk in the door, boom, first cup of coffee in an Nespresso machine because I don't like making it. I just want to push a button. Okay. I take it. I go out to the pool. A lot of people talk about gratitude meditation where they sit down. They have these wonderful deep breathing exercises. They play affirmations over the ears. God bless you. That's amazing. Me, I will sip coffee, blast music that motivates me. I think today was Pompeii by Bastille. That that's a real annoying song for most people. I love it. So I sit there. I'm sipping it. I have the music in the background. I'm just like, is this not life? I feel like Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Is this not life? This is amazing. I just get all hyped up on myself, which is very easy. And I'm just sitting here like, this is awesome. Life's great. I have caffeine. And the moment I'm done with that, I come back in and I start making my first workout. That's usually when I film the morning workouts. And it's very simple. It's only 20 to 30 minutes. I'm shadow boxing. I'm watching an anime or something I like that motivates me. It could be anything. And when I'm done with that, when I'm done with the morning routine, or excuse me, the morning workout, I jump in a cold shower. Do I like cold showers? No. Love hot showers, love baths, love Enya with candles and wine. Okay, I'm serious. That's not even me. I like that. It's when you work out a lot and you just want to relax in the bathtub with some wine. It's great. So I don't understand the stereotype that it's all women. All right, it's wonderful. So I take a cold shower because, one, I've been sweating, and two, I really enjoy. I've been in the last year into year and a half, I've been really into Wim Hof. So I really like exposing myself to cold because I was such a pansy to it originally. Now I'm all about it. I like being in the cold and I like doing the breathing. When I'm done with that, I get out. That's when I start talking to my clients. Now, this is very important. I want to make sure I say this. All that stuff was great, and it was for me. All that stuff is great. But the main objective of it is to remove myself from the distraction of my friends, my family, more importantly, my clients. And here's the reason why. I cannot have something enter in subconsciously here. I'm still on a vibration that's very susceptible. Is there anything worse than waking up to bad news? Is there anything better than waking up to good news? I remember, let me tell you this analogy. I lived in the Midwest. You lived in Canada, so you know what I'm talking about. These Floridians, they ain't got any idea what I'm talking about. But my mother, used to wake me up in the middle, so early in the morning, and be like, Andrew, wake up. And I wake up like an angel. And she'd look at me and she'd go, you have no school today. And then she'd kiss me. And the sleep I would get, because it'd be a snow day, right? It'd be a snow day. Nobody knows about snow days unless you had them, right? They had hurricane days down here. But the elation of just being like, I've been woken up. I'm still in the state of very susceptible. And the information I'm getting is I don't have to do anything today. And I just drift into this paradise of sleep, right? Why am I bringing that to you? Because when you wake up and you put negative shit right in here that you're susceptible to, it's gonna influence your day. You can say, I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how mentally strong you are. You could be a Buddhist monk in Tibet, okay, that is just that you don't want to hear it. So wake up, allow the morning to be yours. Like I say all the time, you're worth way more than you're giving yourself effort into. Like you are worth way more. You deserve a morning free of stress and people trying to influence your mood. Have it for yourself. Then every day is a snow day. Every day you get to wake up and be like, this is fantastic. I'm going to read Calvin and Hobbes and have hot chocolate. I don't care. Whatever. But the morning is your first breath into life. Maybe a little preacher here, my apologies, but whatever, the creator, God, Hashem, anything you believe in that gave you this to exist upon. You're existing. So be up and be grateful, be happy. Do something that makes you smile, tell your mom and dad, please tell your mom and dad you love them. Tell a friend you love them. Do something that makes you happy because, whether there's something after this or not, we should be enjoying this. You should be routinely happy. Shameless plug.
Yes. I'll join you.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Oh my God. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I could talk to you forever, but I do have another question too.
Good.
I kind of played around with the questions here. So because we started talking about routine, so I wanted to hear yours.
No, please.
What specific things do most of your clients struggle with and how do they overcome those struggles?
There are so many practical, empirical, or there's so many mistakes that people make that are so easy to see, like they don't do something. That'd be easy to answer, right? Or they eat too much sugar, or they don't drink enough water, or they don't move around a lot, right? All those are valid answers, right? And then we can see them, we can observe them. Mm-hmm. Perhaps the best thing I've learned and why I'm so passionate about what I do in my job, which I'm lucky enough to really have had the opportunity given to me by so many different people of being able to do this, yourself included, is I see people that have really low self-esteem and they have so much, and I hate to use the word, but it's true, they have so much trauma that they don't confront and they repress it instead of bringing it into their life to learn from it and grow from it. Right. And I think a mistake people have is that they don't allow themselves to really believe that they deserve the happiness that they fantasize about. That went super serious so fast. I'm so sorry. But
no, that you know what? It's truth bomb right there.
Yeah, it's true. And men and women, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I think there are so many examples. I'm not going to, obviously I have to, for the sake of my business and the trust I have to be anonymous, of course, but I've had clients tell me that they want to hit a certain weight because that's the weight their mother said they need to be or else they're fat. And you listen to these things and you're just like, how long are you going to carry that around, man? I guess that's not, you must know that that's not, but it's also then if they do it, then they're agreeing with their mother. If they don't do it, then they're rebelling. So then they choose to be unhealthy to get after this horrible abuse that was enacted upon them. So there's I would say a common thing for me and my clients, and certainly not all, but a common thing is that they don't believe in themselves enough. They don't allow themselves to believe that it's possible. And as a coach, it's my job to remind them. I have to look at them in the eye and be like, listen, these things that we just agreed on you doing, you can do them and you will do them and you will feel better and you deserve to feel better because you are amazing. And you are amazing enough because you're willing to make that courageous step to go out and talk to somebody. Not even me. I don't care if it's your parents or a therapist or a friend or another coach. Who cares? But I love the fact that people are willing to be vulnerable and find themselves a path to bettering whatever they need to make better, if you will. That was said so poorly, but more eloquently, I suppose I could say, is that I love the fact that people seek to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
So a mistake I see a lot of people is they don't allow themselves that potential. They know what they need to do and they're willing to do it, but they do it in a place of negativity or scarcity. Not, hey, I'm making this decision because I deserve it. I'm making this decision because I can be this. I'm making this decision because this is who I am really. I just have to get there. Because I can sit here all day and be like, hey, you're eating too much at this time when you're going to sleep. I remember I've imparted the sumo advice on you, like people that eat right before they go to bed. It's easier for the fat to come on. And, I have tons of advice for people I can give. But the main thing that I've noticed with people is that they need to believe that it's possible and that they deserve it. And once they do, they embrace their lifestyle. And by embracing their lifestyle, they become passionate about what they do, and what they're doing is being healthier. And that gives them the results they want. So is that an answer or is that a cop-out? I know that there should be some
beautiful. It's beautiful. And I love, because you've mentioned over and over lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle, not like you said, a diet, right? And it is the lack and the scarcity. And I love your coaching and the conversations we've had, because it's all mindset. And as a mindset coach, that it all starts with our mindset.
Right.
And it's like people hire people because they think, oh, I want this result. It's like, well, yeah, I can get you there. But then there's the mindset work in between that's going to help you stay that or attain that or do whatever. Right. It's like, and that's the part where it's lacking in so many areas, because people aren't focusing on the mindset and changing the beliefs. They're trying to change this, but then they go back to the old beliefs and the old behaviors and the old patterning, right? Yes. It's all about repatterning and reprogramming that to a new pattern, right? To then continue on. So it's so powerful.
So for me, like you said, right before you said pattern. So for me, it's cue. I know they edited this in Atomic Habits, but I'm coming from the place of the power of habit. And it was originally for me when I was studying this stuff, it was cue, routine, reward. And so your cue is like, your cue is, I'm outside, I'm drinking, I want a cigarette. Your routine is you light the cigarette. Your reward is you feel good. Well, you feel good for that little small second, but later on you feel shame, right? So for me, it's trying to deconstruct the habits of shame, deconstruct the habits of like, well, we know that you're eating too much sugar. We both can see that sign. Like we can prove this, right? So how are we going to do this to the point where you'll actually do it? Instead of being like, yes, I know sugar's bad, so I'm not going to eat sugar. Well, don't do that. Like, understand that you can still be happy and still enjoy some dessert in your life, thank God. While at the same, but that sort of commitment is through action, but that action is always premeditated by what? By emotion or spirit. So for me, it's making sure that not that motivation, because motivation stays, but that belief, even discipline, because discipline takes a while to build up. Discipline's a muscle, it takes a while to build up. So that belief that yes, I can. Yes, I deserve this. And I'm with you every step of the way. I'm there to reinforce that. Like, hey, you did this thing that you said you were going to do. Guess what? You can do that tomorrow too. And then on Wednesday, you don't have to do that because Wednesday's your cheat day or Wednesday's your rest day or like whatever we've worked out to be fine. But you did it. And if you can just repeat this, you will see results. And it's not going to be some yo-yo thing where you lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks and then you gain 20 pounds 2 months later because you stopped doing the thing that you said you were going to do. I lost 1.5 pounds in 1 week and I didn't even feel like I did anything. I've just been really happy and I feel like I pee a lot more because I have a lot more water. That's a common complaint, right?
Oh my God, I love that that's the common complaint.
Common complaint. I'm not telling. Like I've literally had This one, oh, my favorite one. It had to be a chick. It had to be. She called me up and she's just like, oh my God, I've been to the toilet like 18 times today. What is wrong? I'm like, well, you never drank water. Your body's like getting rid of bad toxins. It's good for you. Like, it's great. She's like, it's such a, like, sexist, but I'm just like, it's such a, like, this is so annoying. I have to be back to work to make sure I get things. I have to get shit done, Andrew. Okay. I can't be in the bathroom all the time. Sorry. Carla, that came up with the name.
Yeah, she made a name up. I love it. Oh my God. Andrew, this has been so amazing. I could talk forever with you, but thank you so much for being here. And how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, sweet. I can actually now make like a real plug, not a shame.
Oh yeah, make a plug. Plug away. I am here showcasing you, my dear.
Oh no, I trust me. Like I said, I'm standing on the shoulder of a giant right now. I've had the ability to talk to you is hysterical to me. It's so funny. So if you want to get a hold of me, my Gmail is Andrew Ski, SKI, easy enough, right? 296@gmail.com. Or you can see my Instagram, which is routinely_happy_coaching. Or if you want, just, find my name on Facebook, shoot me that request. I'll say yes. I always like talking to people. And if you call me up and I'm drinking, this is common as well.
I love it. I was going to try and put him in here into the chat.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Whatever.
So it's happy routine.
Routinely _happy_coaching.
There you are. I'm pulling you up on Instagram, so I'll just copy it off of there. Oh, no, wrong person. She's got big boobs.
Oh, what? No, send that. That sounds great. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh my God, that's so
Nobody
funny.
has a problem with big boobs. Doesn't matter who you are. It's great.
That's hysterical. Yeah, that's not Andrew. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. And Colleen put your Gmail in. I just put in okay, perfect. Colleen, thank you so much. She just put Andrew's Gmail in.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Colleen. That's so nice here. Appreciate that.
And I put in, there you go. And there's the Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shawna. I truly appreciate it. And once again, one more time, today has been fantastic. Not only because I got to hang with you and we had a great conversation and we had a couple laughs, but I got to drink with somebody because I can't drink alone. It just absolutely shatters me. So
yeah, it was awesome. Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to get some water.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I so appreciate it for you guys staying. I mean, this was an amazing interview. I could go on and on and on, but wonderful. Thank you so much. And we will see you again. I'll be back next Wednesday with Conversations with Shawna. Take care. Bye.
Bye.